All right, D. So
Mhm.
so is Giannis going to be the spokesperson for Black Air Force Ones at this stage?
I think he is. I think he is. And
Is Nike going to reintroduce these Black Air Force Ones?
I got a feeling they're gonna make the I got the freaks on right now. I got a feeling, and I think they had an all black pair. They got the all white. I saw the all whites with the little brown that the Bucks got on the bottom. I didn't like that, but whatever.
No.
But yeah, man.
Much like I predicted sports predictions, D predicted sports predictions on this show because you said it best. As soon as Giannis put the Black Air Force Ones, it was a wrap. I laughed, but
it's over. It's over. There's a savageness that can. I will say this: that as the great Macho Man once said, the cream always rises to the top, and that's exactly what the fuck happened. What I got to see was a dude that represents my age, a person that I live vicariously through. That's Chris Paul. All right, Chris, we got one more push. We gotta do it for the goal. You're up 2-0, and think about it, you're outside, and your mom is ringing the dinner bell. Yo, I was like, yes, go, Chris. Let's go. 2 awesome games in the back of my head. Hey D, you know that nigga always does his little in the third game.
Maybe he might buck trends. Shit. Maybe he might buck the trend.
He did. He bucked the trend and still lost. And it was so funny. Remember when he lost? Everybody just said, "That's it, isn't it?"
Oh, dude! Even Devin Booker, they called him like a clip of him looking back at the confetti coming down, like, "Damn." He literally said, "Damn." Is that like in that kind of like, is that it kind of thing? Because do I think the window is 100% closed on the Suns? No. But much like the Bucks and their supporting cast did, which is what Shannon Sharp and a lot of commentators said, it can't be all on Giannis. And thankfully,
it can't be.
Was it Drew Holiday and them? They stepped the fuck up.
Man, Drew showed the fuck up, man.
Game 3 and onwards, that supporting cast stepped the fuck up.
This nigga not only locked down, he not only locked down Chris, bro, but he just controlled the whole pace of the fucking game. He made it.
Even the game Giannis wasn't in, that should have been Phoenix. They won. I was like, fuck.
You know the thing that gets me? The game gets me is that Chris Middleton, for whatever reason, does that little cycle he always does. But for some reason, he extended that cycle just one more game before he went to bum mode again. Yo, it's funny. I feel that he is a better version, and you know what? People can fight me on this, but y'all seen you seen when Chris Middleton is on fire. Mm-hmm. He's a better version of Rip Hamilton than me. He's like Rip. He's just like Rip, but he's way better. It's like if Rip Hamilton was the 90 that I made him on 2K. I cheated.
Rip Hamilton was look to me. I felt Rip Hamilton was a 90 when he was with the Pistons, especially during that championship season. That's just me.
Look.
That's me.
I love Rip, but no, the highest I can give Rip was an 87.
Damn.
Just on real shit, the highest I would ever give him is 87. I love him though.
That's just the wizard bias in me. That
is the wizard bias. No, actually, I tell you what it whizzed me also. It's not just the wizard bias. It's also the fact that I saw him in college because we was all watching college because Maryland was on the roll. We all was into it. Rip was killing it in Connecticut, and I was like, it's 2 people for Connecticut. I said, I want you to play for the Wizards. It was him and Caron Butler. And when we got Rip, I was like, all right, so I'm not, and when we got Rip, and I said that about Caron Butler, I was like, but I already got Rip, so that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. Trade. What? How did we get him?
We got both of them. For a moment, we got both of them.
I ended up getting both of them, man. But with Chris Middleton, he got on fire. I agree and disagree with everybody saying. It says Jordan in his prime. I'm like, it's kind of like that because this is nothing but fadeaways and great defense, nigga.
I mean, but like you said, but also Kobe called Giannis eventually getting a championship.
Everybody did. Everybody called it. I didn't know nothing about Giannis like that. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. But when I would say his 4th year, I was like, oh, this dude is real. This dude might be something, and he just been sputtering these last two playoffs, especially last year. Them niggas they had a heart. The way the Heat rolled them last year was why a lot of people doubted Giannis. They had to, because like
I think they had to prove. I think they went into the season, and you could tell from the way Giannis was talking, it was like they felt that they had to prove themselves this season. But also it was funny seeing some of the commentary like, oh, so the Bucks is a super team. I'm like, no, they're not. Like, what are you talking about?
No, they're not.
They're not. They're like the Pistons to me, where it's like they have the pieces, they just had to execute it.
And that was brought up because Shannon. I was with Shannon on this. He's like, I'm sorry. What if? I'm just saying. What happens if Donovan Mitchell doesn't get hurt? What happens if Jamal Murray doesn't get hurt?
Mm-hmm.
What happens? Like, what happens when this happen? Happen? Like, do they still win it? No, I'm just like, no, Skip. We can't. Also, I'm sorry, the Nets. Let's look at the Nets. Like everybody says, and everybody says, if his foot wasn't on that line,
oh, it's a wrap.
KD made the greatest shot in NBA history.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's so many what ifs, but we're not. It's just looking at the fact that like the Bucks.
They're not a super team. I hate saying they got lucky, but
I don't even say it's luck. It's just the people that need to step up.
Nobody got hurt. Yeah, and then on top of that, nobody got hurt. Too bad where it stopped them.
I said that at the beginning of the playoffs. Health is going to play a role in how this playoffs go.
Everybody said it.
If you're healthy throughout the whole playoffs, you got a shot at winning the championship because everybody's healthy, 100%.
I did kind of question. Not the Bucks getting it, but the second Phoenix is up 2-0. I was like, I was like, so wait a minute. If the Bucks win it, it's going to have to go to 70. You really think it's going to go to 70? I'm like,
are you? Bucks is 6.
No, that's what I said. No, when I said that to myself, I was like, wait. So you're telling me that the Bucks are going to win the next 4?
The writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall to me once the Bucks won without Giannis, and I was like, oh, they're in trouble. Phoenix is in trouble.
I'm gonna tell you something. When Game 6 was around the third quarter, right before when Giannis got, when I looked at the stats and I saw Giannis had 22 points, I was like, he ain't gonna score 50.
No. He wasn't gonna score that 50. But
he ain't gonna score 50.
He wasn't gonna score that 50. He wasn't gonna score that 50, but he was gonna damn sure try. He for damn sure was gonna try. So
I was like, yo. Man.
But this whole, like I said, I would say this. I like this NBA Finals because it was two teams that nobody expected. It wasn't the typical, it's a big market team. It's like the Suns and Bucks. Like
Suns and Bucks.
But somebody also made the joke, well, the Bucks won at the expense of Aaron Rodgers fucking dying for our sins. And I was like, I hate you guys so much for that. I hate you so much.
You know what? I was thinking about, hey, does Milwaukee get any of the championships? Like, yes, they do. The Packers, like, Milwaukee claims that. I would.
I would. Shit.
I would. If I was in Wisconsin, the Badgers ain't getting them none. Seriously. The Badgers never. We ain't going there.
It's like Aaron Rodgers had to die for our sins for Milwaukee to get a championship. So, that's Green Bay Packers. That's the Green Bay Packers twice and the Milwaukee Bucks. Congratulations.
Yay.
You got a championship. But the window isn't closed for Phoenix, but they're going to have a tough road ahead.
I do.
If the Clippers get act right, if the Jazz don't fuck up, if Golden State gets their shit together, Phoenix going to have a rough time.
There's going to be whoever goes to Lakers is going to be interesting because there's a little bit of a who's going to be the point guard. I like that Lonzo Ball came back up because it's like, go back to LA. Everybody agrees with that. Like, he should go back to LA. Him and LeBron like each other. They play well with each other.
I don't like the talk of somebody saying the Lakers and Wizards are interested because the Lakers are, because apparently the rumor was like Beal to the Lakers. I'm like, what the fuck are we going to get from the Lakers that's going to be worth the fucking damn?
That is the good question. What, you going to give us Carl Kuzma and all your draft picks? I don't know.
Hell no.
Like, I don't want him.
Look, I'd rather get rid of what's that white boy's name? Fucking
Who Bertans?
I'd rather get rid of Bertans before I get rid of Bill. At least Bertans might get some value.
But Bertans, nobody gonna take Bertans with that contract he got.
Shit.
Damn. It is now. Here's the other thing. That there was talk about Russ going out to LA.
That's a lot.
That's a stretch. That's only a stretch only because I can see that happening and I can see it paying dividends. But
it'd be a Houston Rockets situation.
Here's the problem, and that's the thing. Do you see Russ stepping back? The reason why I told this to everybody, and people don't want to believe it. The reason why the Wizards did make the playoffs was because of Russ. So it's his way or the highway, man. Yep. It's his game or no one's at all.
Him and Bill, shockingly enough, have a pretty good dynamic where nobody's stepping on each other's toes.
But I agree with everybody. We're not going to win this way. This is not the way to win a champ. This is not the way. This is not a way to get into the playoffs with this team. This team is not that good.
It's like we get It's like we get in. Like I said, we get in that 8th spot, and it's like, well, then what?
These niggas are 79. They are 79 that be knocking out 94s, and they can't get the ish right. I can't understand it with this generation Wizards are frustrating. It's not. They're so mediocre. They're frustrating.
They do enough to not piss off the fan base. Where it's like me, where it's like, oh, we made the playoffs. That's great, right? Right.
No, I think the fan base. We are at this point where yes, playoffs. Just make the playoffs. That's pathetic to me. That's all we got. That's all we got right now, bro.
Wizard fans are like Cowboys fans at this point. It's nice, we're in the playoffs. Can we get a championship?
No.
Please,
I'm real.
Please.
Cowboys are in way better shape. At least people look at the Cowboys.
Oh, I know, I'm just saying, from the view, I think we could all agree. It's like, can we get a championship, please? That'd be nice.
I think the Wizards at this point, real talk, and I mean this as a fan, I think we really need to focus on one thing. Mm-hmm. We do need to build a team. And it feels like every time we try to build something, the foundation kind of gets mushy. We were doing real good with John Wall. He got hurt. And then Bill got hurt. And then the whole team is lopsided. And then Bill's like Superman in this team. It's like, I don't need John Wall type shit. And then we had to trade Wall. It's like this whole team was just been rocky. Just been so rocky, bro. And we just want to win something. I think that's all it is. I don't think we talking about championship, man. Like, fuck. Can we at least win a series, nigga?
Please, can we get to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Oh my God, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting. Look, it's so sad that this is my height. We make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and the Bucks sweep us. That's
you know how us as Cowboys fans were giddy as shit that Dak beat fucking Russell Wilson to get out of the fucking first round, and we're like, oh my God, Dak did it.
I think because all right. Look, the reason why it's so sad. Because two things, and I tell this to everybody, especially niggas who love hating on the Cowboys. I tell this to them, y'all the reason why we're on television every day. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's y'all the disdain for us is why we still. They ain't true. Okay, sure. I can't tell because y'all look at the game just for us, just to watch us lose.
I lived on the West Coast for 4 years. There are Sundays in which the Cowboys game should be playing on the West Coast, but somehow it gets on Fox 5 and takes priority over some of the other games. So clearly, they are drawn.
I'm just saying. And here's the thing that kills me.
Even on the East Coast, same thing.
I mean, I'm just like, well, there's just a lot of y'all, and y'all be watching too because y'all watch just to watch us. You know what? We suck. We still get watched. You know why? Because y'all love seeing us F up. Y'all love seeing us.
Even the sports YouTubers, they get a lot of miles out of.
They love dragging us.
Oh, because remember when Dak pulled the fucking comeback out of his ass on the Cleveland fucking Browns, and we were like, shit, Browns about to shit the bed, and then we missed the tackle on ODB, and he ran it back for a touchdown, and we were like,
yeah, and niggas on there, they just roll with that. The one I loved is when we actually won that comeback game that we should never fucking won.
And Falcons.
I had to hear everybody break down why the Cowboys didn't deserve to win that game. And all it was because it's like, why y'all overthinking this shit? We what? Get over it.
The
Just move on
Falcons,
to the
and
next
also the
game.
Falcons were the Falcons. They were like that all season. It wasn't just against the Cowboys. It was a
I'm
lot
just
of
saying,
teams.
man, the Falcons been sucked. Speaking of which, best love line I heard this week was when Goldberg came back. My boy Darren, who used to have his own sports show, but how you doing, D? This nigga said this nigga said Goldberg in 2021, there's nothing for me. And then everybody in Russell Corner proceeded to do this. He ain't did nothing for me in 98. He ain't did nothing for me then. He ain't did nothing for me then. I say promptly, he ain't do nothing for the Atlanta Falcons either. Corey out of nowhere says, to be fair, D, Atlanta never done nothing.
me being the guy that I am, I'm like, guys, look at the bigger picture. We get Big E versus Goldberg. We get big meaty men slapping meat.
I hate the fact. That's actually a decent segue to Money in the Bank. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yes, we should.
But yo, yeah, I will say this. I have been low energy and I have been talked into low energy when it comes to wrestling. I just actually am. I'm tired of it. There's a whole lot of shit that's been coming out lately, and God, I got wrapped up way too much into the what's the word? The ratings and all the rest of shit. Yeah. Not even the ratings, but the shows are kind of sucking. Yeah. Let's just be real. And I'm not saying it's kind of sucking. They are at a level of suck anyway. Yes, they are. That is very true. Raw and SmackDown are always a good level of suck in some type of way. Yeah. But they've been extra fucking suck right now. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. I have never seen a storyline. I've seen so many storylines that make sense on paper. And it's like, yo, y'all extended this how long? Here's the sick part. Well, D, look at AEW. Bet. I'm for that. AEW is like looking at it like it feels like the crowd is always on 10, where it's like this is only a 4. Guys, can we stop? I'm not oohing over that moonsault. All right. The only thing that really actually, the thing I actually do like, I do like AEW Dark. I really do. And that's mainly because I do like Excalibur and Taz talk commentary. Yeah. I'm for them. But whatever. Anyway.
But Money in the Bank, Big E.
Money in the Bank, this was not that bad. It
was fun. Big E won, first black person to win the Money in the Bank, which is always great.
Which is weird because you think it would have been somebody else that was black that did it, but whatever, man.
I mean, is Booker T like the first black person to win King of the Ring?
He's the only black person to win the King of the Ring. Yes,
there you go. There you go.
I think, I think that makes sense. I think it's going to be weird when Shinsuke got to drop the King jump when they actually do King of the Ring again, and just real talk.
I think Shinsuke's going to win King of the Ring just because of that. I really think.
I think Shinsuke, and then they do have King of the Ring. I really have this feeling they go to make him lose, and it'll be a whole little thing against the actual King. Watch, it's going to be King Gender, so he can call himself the Maharaja again or some bullshit like that.
I mean, it was, but like I said, I love the Money in the Bank. Real quick, me and Niger, during the BlurCon weekend, we actually watched the TNA Slammiversary. Fucking loved it.
I still haven't get to watch it. I haven't watched it yet, though, man. Yeah, I know the results.
Thunder Rosa and Deanna, their match was fucking great. Mm-hmm. Like it felt like it went long, but it was only like 10 minutes, And like when you're watching it, it feels long, but it's like, oh, it was only 10 minutes. That was all right, cool. But the big thing was that what's his face from New Japan, Jay White popped up at the end of Kenny Omega's thing and stuff, and I guess he might be the one that's going to be challenged Kenny Omega for that TNA belt and stuff, which I'm like, okay.
Which is kind of funny because not just that it's me. They went a long way for Kenny went a long way just to fight somebody in New Japan again. They're like, yeah, I know, right? He went a long way for that.
But me and him even agreed, like, Kenny having a TNA belt still is just like, why?
Stupid. It's stupid.
Why?
That's
like
TNA.
It does.
What I don't like, and we still call it the TNA, it's the Impact. What I don't
Impact. Yeah.
I like, come on, it's like us still saying Redskins. At this point, we got to eventually wash over. It'll wash over eventually. But anyway, the thing I don't like is that it feels like it does nothing for Impact. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe more
But
interest.
he's barely on Impact versus him being on AEW. That was the big strong factor.
Yeah, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's weird. But anyways, but the whole Money in the Bank was great because on top of that, you had what's her face? God damn it, I keep forgetting. Nikki Ash, she won the Money in the Bank, which
Nikki Ash.
She did it. She did it in such a great way that I loved it. Because it's like, of course she did that.
She hops on top of homegirl to take it off. I thought it was pretty good. The one thing I really say, the one big highlight was on Alexa doing her version of the what is that, Sister Abigail? Except she does like a reverse face crusher with it, which I like. That's badass. And I'm glad that the connoisseurs of wrestling was in the audience, because when she did that, it was like.
But D, here's another thing that people didn't realize about Money in the Bank. We were lied to about who's hot and who's not, because the audience actually liked Alexa.
What do you mean by that?
No, but just in terms of the response, there was no boos or anything. It's like, oh shit. All right, cool. Yeah, that, like, the audience, like, because you know,
it was kind of weird with the audience anyway, man. It was kind of weird, only in the sense of like certain people get booed, because Drew got booed. That was weird.
That was weird. I was like,
they booing Drew? What? Y'all weird, man. And that was like Drew. It was boos. I know those was boos. Like, yo, what the fuck?
They did like Bobby Lashley. It was funny. They equally like Bobby Lashley and Kofi, which I was like, oh, okay. Y'all like both of them.
Let me tell you something about that match. That was hilarious for me.
That is to me. That's how I wish Brock versus Kofi went. Personally,
that's what happened. This is what happened backstage. All right, Kofi. So we get the MVP. We were the cheap things as MVP. All right, Kofi. So how we gonna do this match? All right, this is what we're gonna do. Fuck Brock. like his Bobby. Like, what you mean? What do you mean, fuck Brock? What we're gonna do is you gonna beat me up way worse than Brock did. All right, so what spots you want to do? Okay, you gonna put me on your shows. You gonna throw me against like the motherfucker pole and shit. And if you see it the first time, Bobby like hits him against the pole. Kofi goes spinning. It was so funny because it was like the subtle thing that wrestlers do. Because Bobby grabbed him in the back of the head. Kofi does this, looks up, and goes, come on, do it again. And then when he did the second time, Kofi made sure he spun again. I was like, Kofi's having the time of his life right now. Like, even getting F5 by Brock was fun with him, but this is like, nah, I'm gonna make my brother look proud. Beat the shit out of me, my nigga.
Yeah, because it's like there's getting beat up, and there's getting beat up in 4 seconds, and then there's Bobby versus Kofi, where it's like he's beating the living crap out of Kofi, and Kofi's doing that thing where it's like Bobby gives him like 5 seconds of hope of him coming back, and it's like, nah, nigga, bam, and I was like, all right, cool, that's fine.
Kofi's fighting back, man. What's up?
Get your ass down. What the fuck you doing?
Get your skinny ass down, nigga.
But it was great because it's like, again, nobody got fucked over, so I was like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
it works.
And you know, look, just because the rumor mill won't shut the fuck up. I knew he was going to come out. I knew, Goldberg was going to come out there. Next.
I'm liking Amos more because I found out through the Stone Cold podcast. I didn't know Kevin Nash was training Amos.
Jesus.
I had no idea. No, it was on his podcast, on the actual podcast on the Peacock and stuff. You know, he was talking about like, before the COVID, she was basically like, before this COVID shit, I was actually training, Amos and stuff. And Stone Cold's like, is Amos the real deal? And Kevin Nash, I'm like, yeah, he's the real deal. He shows promise. Like, he could be the big guy and stuff, obviously. So
I think it's kind of weird, though. Like, that dynamic to me is still odd. Just the little white.
It's like a Shawn Michael Diesel thing a little bit, but not 100% there.
Like, it could be, and I would agree with my wife. It could be because of the Southern accent.
It is.
See
like,
him? It's my boy Almost. I didn't mean boy in that way though.
That's
I meant
what
boy as in partner.
This is my one
my
black
homie.
friend over here.
My one black friend.
That's what it really feels like a little bit. So it's like, God, it is kind of off.
I will say this: Almost, he is. I don't know. I have been really watching. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I've been watching them, so it's like
I can't really say I haven't seen an improvement. In this match, I can tell that he's gotten more comfortable with showing his character, I guess, if anything. And which I got to be honest with you, you have to at this point if you're a tall motherfucker like him that can't run. So I never seen he can't run, can he? I never seen him run yet. I ain't seen that motherfucker do a sprint.
I'll say
that's
this,
what I'm trying to say.
There's a difference between my 6'4" ass running up and down the basketball court and somebody like Shaq running up and down the basketball court. You know, the Shaq doesn't sprint down the court. It's like a light jog.
It's like a light jog because he's like nothing but knees getting pounded.
Yeah. You're not. That's people that height, they're not going to be able to run at full sprint for long periods. It's just not going to happen. So, real quick, Senior Two Phones brought up a good point. Real quick, Punk and Daniel being AEW bound. That's not confirmed yet. But
and also,
Conan did kind of sort of low-key confirm AEW's been talking to Daniel because Conan was saying like, yo, he wanted to get Daniel Bryan to come down to AAA. And Khan was like, well, I can't tell you if we talk to Daniel Bryan and stuff, but I'm not going to sit there and confirm that it's happening either. Conan was like, all right, man, fine. It's vague. Sure, fine. Cool. Got you.
Also, just real talk. Khan was probably playing distraction. You know what I mean? Like,
he probably
we're trying to get that nigga first. This motherfucker trying to talk to him.
I don't know. You know, Mexico.
Here's the thing. I don't know about Punk going to AEW. I really don't.
You got a better chance of Punk going to fucking New Japan versus getting him going.
The reason why is because there's just a lot of talk.
That's all it is. It's just talk. That's why I'm not hyped.
I don't know what's actual people sitting down trying to hammer out a contract or trying to find something around, or fans just going.
I feel Daniel Bryan. I feel right now Daniel Bryan wants to spend time with his kids as they were before he jumps back in the ring for an official one last time. And that makes way more sense because it's like, hey, look, I just got a kid that's just born. Let me spend time with my kids, play with them, let them grow up and stuff. And then we could talk AEW and all the other shit. It's like that makes more sense than just throwing them into the wolves.
To me, I think Daniel needs a legit like 4 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He needs like a legit 4 years of doing nothing.
Yeah, that's why I think he's going to do 4 years of raising his kids. And then it's like,
raise your kids, go to a family, me and the wife, go and get a farm.
Every once in a while, he might pop up on WWE to do like a little talking spot, and that's about it. But
see, here's the thing about Punk on AEW. That does what for him?
Somebody's gonna get booted off.
Here's also the thing, you know, him going to AEW would be kind of cool, but it feels
bitter WWE-ish.
No, yeah, it does feel bitter, but
I ain't saying Punk is bitter, but just in that, like, yeah,
no, that's
kind of shit.
It's not even that we got him. I don't want you to go there and do the same old. Roddy Piper, you know, I'm here at WCW because Vince don't want to pay me.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to hear this crap, dog.
Yeah,
like if Punk goes there, I don't want to be like, you already know who I am. Like, oh, come on. Because I got mad when Christian did it. I got mad when Big Show did it. I didn't see the Christian thing. I still call him. Actually, Christian came in. When he came in, I think he ran it. It was running with him. Yeah, but still, like, all right, Christian they're just flowing with it, which is fine.
Yeah.
But with Big Show's like, I get it.
Mark Henry's the only one that didn't do that. He just was like, hey guys, I'm Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. I'm nigga, I'm Mark Henry. Shoot, yeah. Like even without WWE, I'm a Hall of Famer. What you talking about? You know, like I get that. But it's like I don't like it when they have that thing. Like with Punk. Punk's whole thing was like You know what I don't like about Punk's, like, and I hope I actually get into this when we talk about it. One thing I don't like about Punk's whole legacy is that his legacy was the last 2 years of his career, and that is so
And not
egregious
the
to me.
other stuff that was like actually great.
Exactly. We focus on the last 2 years of his career so hard, and I'm thinking to myself, if he comes back, what is he going to come back as? What the fans want him to be, which was what was those last 2 years, or whatever Philip think he is now. And that would be weird, man.
And also
I would like to see, oh my God, CM Punk. You know what I mean? I would love to see that.
It's also the aspect that fans want him to still be the bitter person. I'm like, no, people sometimes
that's a big one
he's
too.
not. It doesn't feel like right now when WWE had him temporarily at one point when he was doing commentating on stuff.
Yeah,
he felt like a guy that was like he wasn't bitter anymore. He was like, look, I'm past that. I'm here to do the job.
I think he was just there to do the job. He got a ribbon here and there. It was cool, but
it's like I'm here to do the job. I'm not going to be bitter for it. They give me a check. I'm good.
Like you forgot about the whole thing. I still like Vince.
He paid
That's
me.
the thing that gets me with
Punk. He came to me. I didn't come to him.
You do realize he gave me money. He gave me a career. I don't hate the guy. Come on, man. Shit.
I'm just frustrated. It's just frustration happens. It is what it is.
Oh man. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, bro.
All right.
So yeah. My bad. But Punk coming back to me doesn't make any type of sense to be that what he was those last 2 years. That's what throws me off. So I don't know, man. Is he in ring shape? Come on, man. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he's fine. You know what I mean? I think he's fine.
I don't want him back I definitely don't want him in that UFC ring. That's all I'll say.
I don't want him fighting no more. I don't want him in there no more.
I know UFC is Iron Brock heavily though.
You know what? I hate this. I hate the fact that he shaved off two. You know what? That's how mad he was at wrestling. I mean, I understand.
Yeah,
wrestling's ass, nigga. Like I like wrestling right now. I can't stand it right now.
I chalk it up to you get to a point, and even me as a person that as much as I like the MCU, it's like sometimes people in your fan base can be obnoxious to where you're like, ugh.
And that's where I was at. And that's just simply where I'm at. And I take the advice DK gave me and Nigeria said. And I hope all three of us go. Actually, I hope you go with us. Yeah. Next time Ring of Honor's here, we all going.
Yeah.
D, go to Ring of Honor. Wash your eyes in the lake, in the lake of Minotaur. Cool yourself with the waters of a Ring of Honor. See what true professional wrestling is. You have to. You can't say pro wrestling. Professional wrestling.
But also, what was funny too is that Nikki Ash cashed in her money in bank on Charlotte, who
the very next night.
That was great.
Charlotte beating Rhea Ripley. Me and Angie was watching the match, and we both said the same thing. We were seeing she did that Northern Light. She did not the Northern Light suplex, just like Charlotte did, but hers was like snap perfect. And I was like, see, Angie, she's not, but like that's what it is. Rhea is the better version of Charlotte. She's the better She is Charlotte. That's what happens if you took instead of Charlotte getting traded to WWE. She spent 2 years getting her teeth kicked in by a girl named Osama. By a girl named Mai. A girl named Mai kicking her teeth.
I think that was like the ongoing storyline they were going for both of them. Is that like Rhea was like, "Yo, I'm you, but I'm better" kind of angle.
But she really is.
It worked.
And I don't say that to knock Charlotte, but she is because we were looking at all her moves. Like her big boot is better, her elbow strikes are better, her freaking suplexes are perfect. And I'm thinking that like the way she suplexes, I'm like, that girl is. I'm like, that's how you fucking do. It's like, that's Japan, right? That's all Japan. That girl going to Japan. That's all that is right there. Right. But both of those matches, as much as I'm mad that Charlotte won them, good matches. They're actually really good matches. They were really good. Charlotte is really good. Is a really good heel, man. Dude, I would give it that.
When
this bitch got on my last nerve. I
swear to you, I love how the crowd popped when Big E did his fucking finisher on Seth off the ladder.
Yeah.
I was like, no, he ain't gonna do it.
The men's Money in the Bank was okay. The men's, I would say okay, meaning that it felt faster than usual. You know what I mean? But it was everything you wanted to be. Everybody doing sweet ass moves to each other, man. Shinsuke getting that nasty ass armbar at the top, off the top of the ladder. Oh. Yo, man, Kevin Owens getting powerbombed. I mean, getting powerbombed.
Did you see that fucking tweet where somebody was like, nobody, WWE. So, Kev, we're going to have you do this big spot. It might be danger. And then Kev was like, say no more, fam. And then did the fucking move.
Just getting powerbombed.
That's Kevin Owens every fucking time there's something involved. And he just said, fuck it, I'll do it. Let's go.
You know what? You know what? Look, I have to say this. Those you guys that are always in the stadium, ages 32 to 46, nobody wants tables in the middle of this match. Stop saying we want tables in a Money in the Bank match.
It's gonna be last.
Stop saying we want tables. The announce table might go.
Yeah.
That's all you're going to get.
The Mexican announce table, maybe too.
Yeah. But that's all you gonna fucking get. I was here, we want tables. And no, it was so funny because when John Morrison and Seth was setting up the ladder for that spot, right? Later on in the match. I like how they did it. And when they said we want tables, John Morrison looking at us and the audience like, the fuck? Got ladders, nigga. Right. That's the look on his face.
We might get hit with a copyright strike on YouTube. I don't care. I'll delete the video. At least people had the audio version of this, but I had to play this shit because this happened tonight on SmackDown. It's great because it's Paul Heyman going in on John Cena, who returned, by the way, at the end of the pay-per-view. It was great. Well, let me share it. So we'll play it. All right. Sound on.
I swear to God, Paul Heyman's a guy. Paul Heyman's G.
Oh yeah, the Usos won their SmackDown.
I didn't see that match.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
I didn't see that match.
I swear to God, it was fucking hilarious because they won, right? They sitting up there going to Roman like, yeah, we did. And Roman's like, good job, guys. And then Roman threw the biggest shade ever. But that's just the tag team titles. And I like how Jimmy was just sitting there like, this son of a bitch. I fucking hate you. I hate you.
Oh man, Roman, you crazy, my nigga. You crazy, who's? Let me see my kids, man.
I love asshole Roman because I knew that was coming. I was like, how's he gonna throw shade at this?
He would, man.
I was like, how's he gonna throw shade? He's like, that's nice. That's just tag titles, guys.
So Roman versus Edge. Again, Roman, you know what? The one thing Roman learned was how to look like he's getting his ass kicked properly.
Oh, Edge was giving it to him.
Edge was kicking his ass, man.
And I like that I like it is pushing towards Edge and Seth. Like, once more again, somebody's fucking them. And it's like, all right, we got Edge versus Seth. Cool. And Seth is kind of interjecting himself because after Big E did that, they interviewed Seth. And Seth was like, I want to get back in the championship picture. I want to do it. And I was like, what the fuck's he going to do? And as soon as he interfered, I was like, yeah, that's how he did it.
And I also have this feeling that it is going to be that time. But here's the problem. Mm-hmm. It's just going to be Seth being a heel. That's the only way he can.
Like
WWE, are you finally going to do what D has been asking you to do for years? What? Put heels against each other? Who's going to be the good guy? Who's going to get cheered for? Like, yeah, just have them fight each other.
Just beat
the living crap out of each other. Don't put them on tag teams. We're fighting with each other now. No. I need you to have them beat the crap out of each other, man. I think Seth is the only nigga that can do that and make it look good. And I got a feeling they're gonna keep. I got a feeling they're gonna keep him. They're gonna make Roman keep the belt.
Now Edge will win the championship at some point. They ain't gonna just waste Edge like that. He will get it eventually. It's just a case of when.
Or I'm just gonna be real. You can make D really happy. Women don't understand attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3. I would freaking mark. I would mark. I mean, seriously, mark if John Cena wins. I would turn into wait a minute. I never really marked when John Cena, but you know what I mean. I would be a child. I would look like my kids, man.
And this is a full circle match when you think about it, because last time they fought, the whole storyline was like Cena was like, "Yeah, I came back because you're not doing your job as the man." Now it's like, well, Roman's the man now, and he's actually being the man, and it's like, oh. Okay.
You know, I think the best thing, you know, of course, the best thing you do is, you know, it also, you know, I don't think John's staying long. I don't know how long John stays.
He's doing part-time from what I'm hearing, but he's going to do a lot of WWE live events based off the schedule.
I heard that. Like, I heard that too, but that's just John. That's the real dope part about John is that we all knew he was going to come back and say, no, let me do live shows. Like, John, you don't have to do live shows, bro. You really don't. I knew he would. He would, man.
Yeah, I mean, plus he has a movie coming out too that looks fucking hilarious. So there's that.
Yeah.
But back on ESPN, Maria Taylor is leaving ESPN to do NBC Sports, which means that NBC is throwing a lot of money at her. I'm assuming. Because she parted ways with ESPN, was like, yeah, you know, I like the opportunity. This is great, but I'm leaving. And
I didn't know that she even left. Actually, no, I didn't know she left. Yeah.
I guess contract negotiations probably stalled out, and she was like, "Well, NBC's offering a lot of money." So
they swept up. They got her quick. They're like, "Yeah, hey, get your ass over here." Is she going to do the Olympics? Is she going to do Olympics?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Which, when I looked at my phone today, I'm sorry, Naomi's doing what? Oh, the Olympics started. Didn't know. I didn't even see the opening ceremonies yet, where everybody got the flags and shit. I didn't even see that yet.
Yeah, I mean, so did you hear about the shit with the SEC?
Oh, getting Texas and Oklahoma.
Yep.
Yeah. Now I heard about Oklahoma's making it. So did either of them? Is it just still rumored, or is like I thought?
It's 100% likely to happen. There ain't no rumors at this stage. It's going to happen. That's that.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. I think this is going to be. Oh, man, it's so overpowered.
It's going to be tough because somebody brought up the aspect
overpowered, man.
They brought up the aspect that, like, even though it's going to happen, it's also going to probably be a smidge of a pushback, because think about the schools they're leaving behind. Like, was it Baylor, TCU, and Texas Tech, for instance? A lot of those schools are going to be like, well, hey, we can't join the SEC too, and then it's going to be like a mess.
I really think. See, Texas A&M. I see when Texas A&M went to the SEC, I was like, okay, I get a Texas team.
Aggie pride.
You know, I think like a Texas team would go into the SEC. I thought it would probably be. I don't want to say Baylor, but I thought it'd be somebody like that. But whatever. Yeah. Texas Tech. Not Texas Tech. Texas A&M went in there. So I was like, at that point, is it still Southern Conference? Like, they're going to get a team from Oklahoma now? I'm like, you know, it's weird. To me, it really feels like these colleges, especially where I think it's going to go with the students getting paid. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that they're going to have to make their own league. Yeah. This sounds weird. I know what you're thinking, but I have this feeling that there's going to be a lot of talk about that. If there's not talk about that already, I feel that some of these bigger colleges is like, cut out the fucking middleman. Let's make our own football league, our own football minor league, or some bullshit like that. Which it will be weird. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just seems just seems odd. It just seems odd to me, man. Like,
yeah,
that to me is greed like shit. But the Big 12 is fucked now. So what's the
Well, you know what's funny also too that's happening is that this
is they
changing.
getting there? Are they getting 2 teams now? Are they gonna go back to the big? Are they gonna be the?
I mean, they said the Big 12, a lot of the higher up officials of the Big 12 that represent the schools, they're still kind of like meeting together to figure out what this means for their conference now. If those two schools are leaving, and
Kansas is like, yes, there's a chance our football team can get better.
yeah, and I mean, and in this changing landscape, like Dabo Sweeney came out and was like, look, if we're going to have these expanded playoffs in football, why don't we just shorten the season? And it makes sense because
a lot of people been saying that, but I also heard that a lot of coaches are actually kind of against that, and but it also falls into that space that we just don't presently live in right now. Like the integrity of the game.
But Sweeney is coming
at it. Do it because college football purity, and it's like, sorry, we don't live in that world no more. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. But I mean, Sweeney was coming at it from the logical point of view. Like, look, this could pose significant consequences for the players, like their physical health and in the classroom too. Like,
oh yeah, by far. And I think this is, like I said again, a lot of these kids, they don't even get into the classroom half the time, man.
Yeah, so it's like if because his whole thing was like, well, how about this? We eliminate, I think he said, eliminate the regular season contest against regional FCS or lower tier teams.
Yeah, which would be your first your first 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, just eliminate those games and it eases
depending on what you are.
Yeah, and it eases up the pressure on the players. And I was like, that makes sense.
But that's going to mess up the ranking. Who gives a shit right now? Texas and Oklahoma are going to be in. I mean, Texas and Oklahoma are going to move to the SEC. You think, the SEC is the most overblown, overrated conference right now, man. Good Lord. If I'm Alabama, I'm mad as fuck, though.
Bruh.
If I'm Alabama, I'm like, I'm sorry, you gonna let them niggas in? Nah, bro, no. They gonna be diving, they're gonna be eating, drinking all shit. Thank you, LSU. I said that. Nobody talking to you, Vanderbilt.
Nobody cares. We don't care about you.
I didn't believe Vanderbilt and Kentucky can go at this point. Kentucky got to stay in the SEC. Vanderbilt can go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this. Personally, South Carolina can go. And if I'm South Carolina, I'll go to the ACC.
Yeah.
Actually, if I'm both of them, I'll go to the ACC. If I'm Vanderbilt, I'll go to the ACC.
Yeah.
They're not going to win more football games. I'm just saying. I would go to conference, not the Conference USA. I forgot what they call it. All-American, I think, whatever. Anyway.
So, Canadians lost. The Lightning won 4-1. Won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, we talked about that.
No. Remember, Lightning was up 3-1 at the time of the game was on, and they were both tied up in that game. So now it's confirmed Lightning won, and they're your new Stanley Cup champion. So congrats to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And for the second time in a row, you know what? Tampa, with the people they got, with the people they acquired and all that, like if you're, God, who was it? If you're Toronto, who else did they got from? I think they got that other guy from the Panthers. But there's a couple of people on there. It's like teams are kicking themselves in the dick right now, and it's like, and they've been solid these last 2 years, man. So, shout out.
So going to F1, Lewis Hamilton, congratulations! You got your win at Silverstone. That's great.
All right, so this is what happened. I
heard there was a lot of bullshit that happened that day too.
Yeah, first goddamn lap. Okay, so Verstappen and fucking Lewis are going. This is Lewis. This is Verstappen. Mm-hmm. All right. The whole time they going like this, they're ahead, then Lewis cuts ahead and all the rest of it. This is on the first lap. Now they cut this one corner. Oh shit. Lost my prop. Oh shit. God dang it. I thought I had an actual car up here, yeah. Fuck. I ain't got nothing. God damn. Okay. I got it. Okay. No. Shit, where's that pen at? All right, there we go.
All right.
So anyway. So
Does the job. That's all that matters.
This is actually better. This is all right. This is Verstappen. This is Lewis. They're curling in right. They're coming in on a curl like this, right? Mm-hmm. Basically, what's happening is Lewis sees the turn. He's going to have to cut up wider than he is, right? Yeah. Verstappen, for whatever reason, is trying to be aggressive, and he's telling this nigga to get out of his way. And guess what happens? They touch wheels. Verstappen spins the fuck out, hits the wall going 180. This is actually a racing incident, but what they call a racing incident. Nothing bad happened, shit happens, type of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even when you look at it, I'm of two minds of it. Lewis, you was a little bit too wide, bro. you was a tiny bit too wide, my nigga. You know better. Max, on the other hand, you know goddamn well you was coming down, dog. Don't hit that shit like he was in my way. He was in my way. Now, here's the best part about it. Mm-hmm. Now, if anybody watched Drive to Survive, you hear Christian Horner over the radio, mad as hell, doing the polite British way of saying it. Like, I think you need to see the video again. Because what I see right there is that he's all in his lane. He can't do that. Like he was all of them. They were just
$1.8 million in damages.
Look, yo, Christian can ride a dick, nigga. That cost us $108 million. Imagine, if you will, Chris. Imagine, if you will, Dale Earnhardt Jr. at every race. Man, that shit cost us $100,000, man, because they kept on scraping me against the wall. They hate a nigga, man. Just imagine if Dale Earnhardt did that every
Red Bull face. Red Bull was like,
so that's, shut up.
It was like it cost us $1.8 million. I was like, all right,
the best part about this. Here's the best part. The best part is I told myself, well, I was like, well, I can say this right now. Max going out, yeah, a whole lot of people from Red Bull that was with the team Red Bull are going to be pissed off at this. A lot of Max Verstappen fans are going to be mad at this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be civil. And then the internet does what it does best. Racism!
Hamilton was catching the racism.
Some of the hottest racist takes you would hear. I was like, what? Now, the one thing that everybody go to, and I don't want you to stay on this long, is that he did it on purpose. Chris, as much as everybody wants to play Mario Kart, that's stupid. That's stupid. In a race going 180 miles per hour, that's stupid. Dude, even if he was going to do some dirty shit like that, you would know he was doing some dirty shit.
And that's him fighting back after getting a 10-second penalty.
And that's what I'm saying. That was the cool thing about all this. Pressure makes diamonds, my nigga. Because to his credit, Charles Leclerc from Ferrari was leading the whole race. The whole time, me and the guys in our F1 group was like, yo, I think Charles got this thing. And then the way it was going, and finally, I forgot what lap. Valtteri Bottas was like in second place the whole time, and Hamilton was gaining a whole lot of speed. And finally, he said, I'm playing defense. I'm holding back. Meaning that, dog, you got the pace. Get him. You know, I was like, Mercedes. I told niggas in the group, Mercedes just showed us they were playing chess this entire time. Because all Toto heard, like, you got 10 seconds. You'll be all right. You all right. Because because the German cars are the greatest in the Yo, every time, me and Eris, every time we talk about cars, we do that little like, don't you understand? We make this cars on the Autobahn the perfect. we do that type of crap anyway. But finally, 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. Hamilton's on this nigga's ass, man. The crowd is in a frenzy because it's like, England, Great Britain, whatever they say. I'm so used to USA, I don't know what they do over there. But the Queen, I don't know whatever they do over there. But anyway.
Oh, shit. Side note, I totally forgot. SmackDown is at Rolling Loud.
Really?
They're wrestling at Rolling Loud. I totally sorry. it didn't dawn on me until I saw somebody, because I had Twitter up and somebody was like, they're actually wrestling in at Rolling Loud. This is crazy. I was like, yep. Congratulations. That's
Hey,
awesome.
hey, Con, I see what you did there. Yeah, I see what you're doing, Con. I see what you're doing. You're trying to get the young people. I see. I don't think that's going to get your ratings.
I don't know, man. Bianca Belair defending her belt at Rolling Loud. That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
That's pretty big. I see what you did there. That wasn't Triple H. I know that was somebody higher up. That was like a black girl. Like, why don't we do them black things around here? but anyway,
sorry, I had to throw that in. Anyway, I totally forgot.
But it's all good. It's all good. I actually love that, man. That's actually kind of cool. Anyway, three laps late. Mm-hmm. 3 laps left. Charlotte Claire can't hold this motherfucker lead. Lou just darts around this motherfucker and doesn't look back. Wins the race. Everybody's loving it. Ham. Real talk, man. Ham. That's got to feel good. You won your home country's Grand Prix. Mm-hmm. You were getting your ass kicked the last 3 races. I can't lie, man. I'm getting cooked.
Cooked out here, bro.
Hamilton was getting cooked them last 4 races, but this last week he did pretty good. He was waving the Union Jack. Everybody loved it. It was awesome. Awesome time. And then the commentary. I think he's being a little bit too boastful for what he has done. He has his celebration was so disrespectful.
Well, you know what that code is for, so
Oh, don't worry. Because the next tweet I read was, "I'm sick of this nigger thinking he's the best thing." And I'm like, yo, Hardy R, Dutch, Jesus. But then again, for history, the Dutch started slavery, right? Oh yeah, no, the Eastern slave trade. Yeah, that's how I got to America.
Oh, goddamn.
But anyway, at the end of all that, Ham was like, I think like 4 points behind.
No, 8 points.
8 points behind. That's pretty damn good. And but anyway, first place was Ham. Second place was Charles Leclerc. Third place was Valtteri Bottas. But more importantly, fourth and fifth was both of the McLarens. That was my boy. Norris and Ricardo. And I got to say something about eighth place, my boy Alonso. He was probably the best racer. He was probably the racer of the weekend because he was just showing out, man. That motherfucking Alpine car is not that fast, but it's pretty. It got some zip to that motherfucker, man. And finally, and the only thing that was messed up outside of Max not finishing, my boy Sebastian Vettel, he couldn't finish it either. His Aston Martin, it was kind of conking out on. He couldn't get no power to that damn engine. He was fine the whole weekend, but the day of the race, he was getting no power. I think it was like the 40th lap or the 30th lap. He's just like, I'm done. He's like, I'm turning in, guys. This ain't working. Yeah. Yo, were you behind the motherfucking? It was the funniest thing though. The Haas cars are so fucking goddamn slow, right? They're so fucking slow, Chris. I didn't notice it. I just told Donnie how the little numbers work on the side. Like, yeah, that's how many seconds they're behind the car, right? The car in front of them. Donnie say, "Dad, look at that down there. 2 minutes? You're 2 minutes behind." And right underneath him was the other Haas car, and it was 14 seconds behind him. I'm like, both of y'all get off the track. Both Schumacher and I forgot the other driver for Haas, but both of them, Schumacher and him, go home. And here's the worst part here, Chris. Haas, that's the United States team technically. That's the U.S. team right there.
Shit.
Yay. Oh man, we suck. Ford need to come back to F1. We stink. Anyway, but that's what happened this weekend at Silverstone. It was a good race though, for real. Really good race though. It was a really good race. Exciting all around.
I was gonna say this. The Olympics is a shit show.
Joe, did you see the home run derby?
I saw it. Hey, look.
Did you see the home run derby?
I saw a little bit of it. I will. Let me reclassify a little bit. What I did see was a grown-ass man that had a baby in his arm drop his baby for a hot second, catch the fucking damn pop fly from the home run derby, catch his baby, and didn't spill not a single beer.
That's how you do it. First off, that is how you do it. I saw that same clip. That was awesome. But
I know that baby was scared shitless for a second, like,
but it was kind of cool, man. It was kind of cool because because the first all right, real quick. First round it was Trey Mancini versus Matt Olson. Matt Olson only got like I don't know, Trey Mancini one day he got 24 out off of Olson's 23. Yeah, you're gonna root for that. It's your boy for the Orioles. Trevor Story beat Gallo 20-19. Pete Alonso, who won the whole thing. Pete Alonso's a fucking monster. He got 35 against Perez's 28. Yep. And the highlight of the night was Juan Soto versus Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani, let me tell you something about it. Look. First off, let me tell you this. The way Show did it, Show came out, he was already gassed. The first half, the first 1 minute and 20 seconds went off and he took a timeout. Yo, he only had like 9 home runs. This ninja, you can't call him nigga because he's Japanese. This ninja comes out and then starts King Griffey, and I mean it because he has the sweetest left arm swing since King Griffey, in my opinion. It ain't better than Ken's, but anyway,
that meme was funny. That meme was funny to show King Griffey looking back like
nigga, please. It's like I got the better one, but anyway. He was crushing them out the ball. He tied up with Juan. Then Juan hit a little bit more. And then he hit them a little bit more. And then finally Juan hit them 3 in a row and he won the swing off. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Juan Soto, Nationals, nigga. That nigga's tired. He ain't gonna win this next round. Who he going against? Pete Alonso. Damn it.
And Alonso won by one.
By one, bruh. But shout out to Trey Mancini, who nigga came back from cancer, nigga. This motherfucker beat Trevor Story, who I don't like Trevor Story. I'm sorry. I like Trevor Story, but currently in my baseball game, this nigga is a pain in my ass because he's still on the Rockies, and the Rockies are my rival right now. But anyway, but he beat Trevor Story by one also. Finals, Pete Alonso just crushed it, man. Everybody was really going for Trey Mancini at the end of that thing, man. That was the first home run derby, Chris, that I have seen since 2007. I haven't seen the derby that long, man. And I've seen that from start to finish. I loved it, man. It's like little shit in baseball that I just don't watch no more. Like, that's the shit I used to be into. When I was a baseball head, this was the shit I was like, the derby, nigga. I was into it, yeah. So yeah, I missed that shit. So this is why I do work a title, nigga.
The Olympics is a shit show because apparently there's like a legend.
First off, they can't fuck. You see that shit?
I'm a cardboard.
But then again,
that's not gonna stop fucking them. That's not. That was it.
Then again, a couple of niggas from the hood, they know how to get around that shit. Man.
I mean, allegedly, cool. Allegedly, there's 110 COVID cases linked to the Olympics, to which I'm like, that's gonna be the super spreader of super spreader events.
Boy, you could get me on a plane right now.
And that's why I said at some point, I think we have to be grateful that Sha'Carri, hit positive on that weed. Because to avoid that,
I'll say that, man. I'm like LeBron. Hey, LeBron, you should be over there.
I'm good.
Nah, I'm all right. Space Jam. I'm all right.
Come on and jam.
You know what? Everybody tells me that's good. Like, here's the thing. Every critic tells me, like, what? It's terrible. What do you mean it's terrible? It's not terrible. Like, your kids won't like it. No. It's cancer. Why is it cancer? And then you already know the bad things about it. Oh yeah, commercialism at its highest.
The very first women's Olympic beach volleyball tournament canceled because a Czech player tested positive. Olympics, everybody. Olympics, everybody.
Catch the fever. Terrible.
That should be the tagline. Tokyo 2021 Olympics.
Catch the fever. Catch the fever.
Speaking of which, AD, would you ever expected that Michael Irvin would be the voice of reason on getting actual vaccinated? Coked out fucking Michael Irvin that's like, hey, you ain't get vaccinated, you don't want to win it hard enough. I'm like, bruh.
Yo, here's the thing that kills me, man. DeAndre kills me. This motherfucker, like, yeah, so I ain't gonna get tested, man. Fuck all that shit. Like the NFL gonna and he mad at the NFL because he don't want to follow the rule.
The NFL is literally they're literally trying to protect their assets because it's like, look, you know what? I partially feel that they did this because they know they fucked up last year with the postponement and all that shit, the way they did it.
Yeah.
So I feel this year they was like, all right, we got to really draw a line in the sand. So basically, here's what the NFL is saying: is like, look, if your team pops positive and it fucks up the game, you're gonna have to forfeit it. And if you know how NFL players get paid, they get paid if they play the game. Yep. So if they got to forfeit the game, nobody gets paid.
Nobody gets paid.
And then we got dumbasses like Cole Beasley and, like you said, DeAndre Hopkins. But Cole Beasley, I'm looking at him like, look, I love Cole Beasley.
No, this is what happens when you fuck. See, this is what happens, Cole, when you be fucking all these deep black bitches that be going to that be listening to Erykah Badu and smoking weed. See, this is what happens.
I love them to death.
Look, here's me. Those are my kind of chicks. I know how they talk, nigga. half of them girls have not vaccinated their kids. I already know that.
I love them to death. This man was like, I mean, if they cut me, they cut me. I think I'm the best slot wide receiver in the NFL. I was like, hold the phone there, buddy.
Okay.
Hold the phone. Okay. You're solid.
Hey, Coleman.
The best? No.
Coleman.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Coleman. What's
might as well say,
yeah, probably is Coleman.
Call the Coleman. I don't care.
Coleman. Bring it in. Mr. Beasley. I understand this. Like, see, this is what happens when you fucking bitches. This is what we've had when you smoking weed with black bitches and playing Madden all the time.
And also, you're one of two viable wide receivers for the Buffalo Bills. So no shit, you're gonna call yourself the best wide receiver because who else they gonna throw it to?
I hope he said that with a spinner chain. Yeah. Speaking of which, I did not know. Speaking of which, I did not know that the home run derby, the winner gets a chain, not only get a big ass chain, but it's a spinner jump. I didn't know that shit. I was like, yo, really, baseball? That is some whack white boy bullshit. Here's the worst part: the back of D's head that still plays baseball. That's awesome. D, we got to train, man, play baseball. Nigga, I'm 38.
Time to juice up, guys.
Come on, D. We can still make it to the leagues, man. Remember that dream? And it shattered when I realized I don't hit that well.
D takes steroid shots in his ass so he can not get detected by the fucking drug test and shit.
Oh, my God, yeah. Speaking of which, I finally seen...
This big man is hitting home runs. This is amazing.
I seen it was a secret base. They did beef between who was Mark McGuire and Canseco. Yeah. And when I really look at it, I agree with a lot of the shit that has happened to Canseco. Yeah, some of this shit is racist. Some of that shit. Wait. They didn't get all Mark about that. He was doing the same
I feel they did that shit to Canseco to make an example out of his ass.
And that's what it really happened.
Even back then when I didn't know much about baseball, I could tell that the vibe was baseball like, okay, we got to make an example out of somebody, and Canseco was just it.
Yeah, and I think Canseco, let's just be real, Canseco brought it all on himself.
Oh, yeah. I ain't taking the blame off him.
Yeah, he was an asshole, and I totally get why baseball kind of probably jumped on him. He was the Bobby Brown of baseball at that time. He was an easy punching bag, and it was easy to dump a lot of their sins onto him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And Mark McGuire, who did the same thing. You know what? That's the one thing I always loved about that dumb story with the Iron Sheik with this man told Iron Sheik, he's like, Sheik, I gotta say, you're not wrestling that. Why am I not wrestling? Because you are positive for cocaine. I was positive for the cocaine. Yes, she was. Well, what about Marty Jannetty? No, he wasn't. And what about the Shawn Michael? No, he wasn't. And what about the hacksaw? No. And what about the Hulk Hogan? And what about it's like Sheik, why are you telling me all this? Because all of them was doing coke with me.
Dry snitching like a motherfucker.
That's why. I get it. I with Canseco. Mark, We were in the car together.
Juicing. What are you talking about?
Remember we was driving back over to the stadium and you was telling me like, yeah, man. Like last time I did it in my fingertips. I did not say it was in my fingers. I didn't say that at all. Like if I was Mark McGuire, I like no for real. If I was Canseco, I understand why Canseco and him, both of them have a real beef. And I would if I'm fucking Canseco. Baseball has let you be a coach. You're a coach. He's a hitting coach. And what am I? I can't get biased stating what everybody's saying. Boo.
And also people cracking jokes at my expense too on top of that. So
if you want to know, and this is just D, I'm just sorry. In between Mark McGuire and Canseco, I take Canseco all day. That nigga was an athlete. All right. Well, okay.
Ease
I didn't like his arm. His arm. He had a really good arm, but he wasn't that awesome. But Canseco, come on, man. Like, cause I take Canseco over Mark McGuire. That nigga played first base, man. Come on, nigga. Like, yo, man. Anyway, fuck all that.
It was the whole thing is just it's.
But yeah, I saw that recently, and that got me thinking. Like, yeah, man. How the fuck did Mark McGuire get off? And like you probably like Sammy Sosa didn't get off. Sammy Sosa turned white, so I say that he got off.
I mean, it's just this is like everything. Just the Olympics, I'm just sitting back like, and that's on top of the bullshit.
This on top of bullshit with the basketball team too, man.
Well, the basketball team, they're replacing players because Bill popped positive, so they basically swapped him out and stuff. Which I mean, it could work out for them because they're still in that. They're not in like the official capacity yet playing the games and stuff. It's kind of like it's kind of like you might as well say scrimmage games at this stage right now.
I think Zach.
So they're 1-2 right now. They won one against I forgot what team they played, but so they're 1-2.
I forgot who they beat. Actually, God, somebody told me this morning. Actually, I forgot who they beat.
So they're 1-2 at the moment, but still, it's just the whole thing. It's just that, and that's on top of like them kind of bullshitting Simone Biles with how she's doing her moves and stuff still, because they're like, I don't know if we're going to give her the full points for these technical difficult moves.
Hell can she do? I got a question. Have you ever seen a Ferrari that only went 40 miles per hour? It's pathetic. It is pathetic. I think that's what they're going to try to make her do.
It's like, don't do anything crazy technical, but
yo, I just don't understand how they going to tell this girl who is doing everything by the book, by the way. I'm sorry, but also if I'm the Olympics, I got to be real. Hey, Simone, look at me. You're Nightwing. You can't come in here. Like real talk, on some real talk, and I
everybody else is competing for silver and bronze.
Hey, nigga, I know somebody can hear that and say that's just why you gonna tell her to sit out? No, I'm not telling her to sit out, but on some real ish, baby, we respect you. You gonna watch everybody in here. You're not allowed to come in here no more.
They'd be like Captain America trying out for the fucking Cowboys and shit. And it's like, he's going to fucking get on the squad anyway, dog.
It's like, yo, this nigga don't need to know the playbook and still crush everybody, bro.
Like Cap, you're a tight end for the Cowboys. All right, that's cool. Bam.
All right, just turn around. Just walk up 5 yards and turn around. That's all I need you to do.
Simone Biles do like
nigga. I know real talk. I just got the thought of Steve Rogers. Really, just truly stop, pop, and just gone. That is an awesome thought.
Motherfucker breaking records and everybody's like, this ain't fair. This is bullshit.
Here's the worst part. Steve will juke somebody. Oh, it will be a straight up Barry Sanders joke. Like he come, he'll be like, yo, Steve. Oh, yes, he would. Yes, he would.
At that point, I would just have Steve play for each NFL team so they have an equal shot of winning the Super Bowl.
He flips a coin to see what team he goes on.
It's like, do I go to the Jacksonville Jaguars or do I go to the Bills this week?
Here's me if I'm on defense. They're just going to throw to him.
It's like, who's going to touch him? The only person...
Just think about it. They're just going to throw to him.
The only person I can see that will feel some way is Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, I got to fucking check Steve Rogers. This is some bullshit. It's racism. It's racist.
You better pull a Dion. No, I ain't doing that. Why? That's a business decision. I ain't that nigga. You can hit him. You can hit him. I'm not hitting him.
You want to be the black man that killed Captain America? I don't.
You want to be the black man that got ran over by Captain America? I ain't playing it. I didn't
today.
wake up. I did not wake up and agree to that.
Do I want to be that guy on the cover of Sports Illustrated with Steve Rogers fucking doing this to me?
You know it was bad when Derrick Henry stepped somebody. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Did it at full speed? Final justice.
I don't think Derrick. What it is. Dude, Derrick Henry wouldn't want that smoke with Captain America. Like, I ain't doing that shit. Kiss my ass.
Shoot, man. It's like, yo, just imagine Brian Urlacher if he was Barry Sanders at Barry Sanders' speed. I don't want to deal with him.
Simone Biles gets onto the Olympic fucking floor mat, and they're like, "Ah, shit. Well, we lost."
Come here. I get it. I looked at what you did. It appears that you are a huntress at nighttime, and I understand that. You have to save Gotham, but your talents is too much for us here. You're overqualified for the Olympics. That's my only problem with Simone. Baby, you're way too talented for the Olympics. That's my only problem. As much as I want to back her up, I can't in good conscience.
Doing triple backflips, and I'm like, what is this?
You see what she did at the trials? She was mad.
That was practice.
She was mad because she learned it wrong. She was mad because she learned it wrong.
That was at practice. She did that, and she was mad. Practice,
bruh. She was practicing. That was her like, damn, I fucked up at the very, very end after I did this incredibly hard thing to do.
Chick is 4'11" and can do this shit. I can't even do that shit. My knees would look at me like, what the fuck are you doing, Chris?
You know, man, you gotta be that athletic when you're helping on the green arrow at nighttime, man. You have to be.
Kato over here.
I swear to God, man, she's Black Canary. You cannot tell me that Simone is not Black Canary.
She ain't doing stunts for fucking Marvel on the side.
Man.
Put her in Black Panther 2 doing stunts.
You know what I mean? I was just about to say that.
We got Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles. She's gonna be the stunt person. It's like, who's you gonna play?
You see T'Challa do these perfect ass flips, and you're like, who was that? That was Simone Biles. And everybody looking at the movie, that's ugly. Yeah, that's ugly. You can tell she's shorter now.
Why is Black Panther short in this scene? And all of a sudden he's like 5'11" in another scene. What's going on here?
Feige, you fucking up, Feige.
The flips look nice.
You didn't see that? You didn't see that? That's what Feige said. Do you see those flips? You see those flips? We had to pay her for it.
The Ryan Lochte situation does it for charity.
Yes,
guys. I swear to God, when me and D were at Richmond Wizard World, we laughed our ass off seeing Ryan Lochte doing them things. And I was like, "Oh, that's right, because he lied." And
I was like, "This nigga was on a con circuit, autographing." And I was there like, we are in a red state. We are in a red. Like, no, here's Chris. No, we're not. We're not
blue.
D is blue now. Like, where we in Richmond? I think Richmond was still blue.
Maybe outside Petersburg, maybe they're red.
Maybe, what about Petersburg? Like, that's what you said. What about Petersburg? There is, like, here's me. There is, you can't, I can't prove it, but there might be a lynching museum down here in Petersburg.
Fair.
Peter, like, yo, I told this to somebody, and somebody from Petersburg probably agree with me. If you look at the history of Petersburg, holy shit, you couldn't get me to live in that city. No, It's just like, I just think that is the ghosts of Confederates just walk around in that city.
Don't let that mall when you drive through fucking Petersburg fool you.
I just think I couldn't live in Petersburg, man. No, man. I know DC has blood everywhere, but Petersburg got a no tone to it that I just can't.
Hey, look, there are some congoers. I know
it's so funny. It's such a Negro city, but whoo!
Hey, look, I speak to a lot of congoers, whether it's BlurCon, Otakon, AwesomeCon, that travel from the Richmond, Petersburg area to DC for these conventions. I believe them when they was like, yeah, Petersburg's all right. I kind of want to move out of there,
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. When you go like, Like I'm gonna get the fuck out of Tappahannock. Tappahannock is just a smaller version.
Oh, it really is. Like
it's just a smaller ghetto version of Petersburg.
It's like the stopgap between fucking Fredericksburg and Richmond. It's
like yo, man, Tappahannock. Like somebody's like, man, Tappahannock, man. And I like, no. I would get the fuck out. There's a reason why Trey and Chris Brown was like, we got to get out of here. This can't be our future, bro. We gotta get out.
You better off maybe chilling in Fredericksburg. Maybe.
Yo, man. Now Fredericksburg is just as oh my god. All of Virginia anyway.
I got friends that live in Fredericksburg, but anyway, like no,
I would love to live in
seeing Ryan.
Go ahead.
But seeing Ryan Lochte on that front of Wizard World, I laughed my ass off.
And to see him go from a dude that was in the Olympics to
what did
he do again?
Swimmer, I think.
No, what did he do? Did he like?
Oh, they lied about the about them. They were bullshitting and making. They were basically fucking around and destroying stuff, and he lied about getting robbed and stuff. You know.
Oh yeah, that weird, very very racist shit that Jussie Smollett kind of did.
They called it the Lochte Gate.
Lochte Gate. Juicy did the same damn thing. What the fuck? Anyway.
Yeah, they were at a gas. That's what it was. They had a gas station.
Yeah, I remember.
And they vandalized the bathroom that they were in, and they lied and said that they didn't, and then they got caught on fucking video. Like, oh, you did that shit.
Well, there goes my Olympic career. Time to drink beer for the rest of my life and work at a pool.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like it. Like he's right. Just imagine Ryan Lochte is going to be that guy in 10 years that's going to have that office where he's bald headed, but he got that one picture where he was in the Olympics with him and Michael Phelps behind him, and he's like fat. Hey, I run this place, and you gotta respect me.
He almost qualified for the Tokyo Olympics and stuff.
Really? I forgot he's still going though.
He got to the finals for the qualifiers and lost and stuff. So, he's still committing to it, but if he actually did qualify, he would have qualified for it this year.
It's kind of funny though, man. It is kind of messed up that we can't get a superstar like Simone doing what she does best, or at least she's going to be held back. Here's the thing: I think Simone's going to say "fuck it," I don't care, and she's going to do what she does and not get her gold. It doesn't care if she don't get her gold.
I mean, we said the best. She's making money off them fucking.
Oh yeah, off that circus. She's
fucking Circus Soleil. It's just her.
Got a circus. I know what he's doing. It's a gymnast show. It's a circus.
It's called We Are Robin. That's what it's called. What it's called.
I was about to say it's called the Flying Graysons. I know what it is. I was just about to say something like that. God,
it's like we are the Graysons.
Seriously, it was so funny, man. I showed one of my nephews her flipping around, and he was like, "Wow!" It was like, "Yeah," I'm like, "Yeah, she's awesome." But here's the thing, and I don't like perving on any of the gymnast girls. I really don't. I don't like pervert on them. Even when they do look thick or whatever, I don't. But it was so funny when he said, "Wow," they had a perfect shot. You see how Simone is like curved, like her all of her ass was like out, and like half her cheek was out of the suit. He was like, "Wow," I was dying. I was like, "Stop it! She's a professional, son. She's trying to work."
I have to show
Stop looking at her ass.
I have to show my Oriole fandom in this moment. D. Orioles is whooping the shit out of the fucking Nationals tonight.
Oh, really?
6-1.
It's 6-1. 6-1. Oh yeah, I forgot they did play today.
Yeah, even though right now the Nationals are actually apparently Juan Soto is pretty much putting the Nationals in position to actually make the playoffs, which I'm like,
well, at least we're trying because we're still fourth in the division.
Fourth in the division.
The thing is this though. The Nationals have kind of woken up and they are like a second half type of team anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that gets me is that I think they're in a different position than the Orioles. The Orioles right now, y'all in total rebuild. Ain't nothing y'all can do right.
We're doing decent for a rebuild season. Is decent. It's been decent.
No, it ain't. Chris, it is a solo cup with a hole right here in the middle. Everything that I think is good with y'all doesn't go nowhere. Trey Mancini looks great.
It's like everything looks great.
Everybody else ain't.
It's like the start of the season. It was like, oh, we got some promise, and then it's like, oh.
I can tell you this right now with the Nationals, we right now is what I don't like. If we're in a situation I don't like, if you're in this type of situation as a baseball team, when your bullpen isn't that strong, and you have to rely on your bats, and your bats ain't the best right now.
They do the job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do the job, and I don't think we're strong enough to really probably push us into the wild card the way we want to.
I think y'all get into the. I think here's. I don't think we will. I think y'all get. I think y'all get into the wild card.
And I think we'll fight for it. Oh, we'll definitely fight to get there, but I don't think we'll get it.
If y'all get in the wild card, y'all might be a dangerous team.
Hold on, and I say hold on for a good reason. I got to see how they go through motherfucking August. You have to, because really that's the big thing. If they go through August and they go there pretty well, hopefully they have some type of role going into September into the playoffs. Yeah. So we'll see on that. But the only reason why I say that I don't see a lot is because it just seems that the Nationals have these strong, especially like what they get against the Padres when they laid 24 on us. Then we come out the next night and have a really good night. So the Nationals do this up and down shit right now. So whatever. We're a lot better than I thought we would. We're almost 500. We're almost
5 games away. 5 games
away. I hate saying that in sports. We're almost at 500. Stop.
Hey, D, you're in my position with the Wizards. Like, if you get to 500, we'd be great. It will be great. We're not winning shit. I just don't see us winning this division at all. Not even getting in the wild card. So it's like, look, I want competency. Hopefully we get a positive. Not even hopefully. I know they'll get a positive record. It's just that how good will we be at the end of the year? So whatever. Lastly, before we go, congratulations, Cleveland Indians. You are no longer the Indians.
You are the Guardians.
Effective at the end of the 2021 season, you will be called the Cleveland Guardians.
I was cool with the Tribe, but no, that was too much.
The Guardians. The Guardians.
We already got Angels.
Well, the Guardians is in regards to their that they have like a large stone landmark that they call as a traffic guardian. So, take with that what you will.
I don't live in Cleveland. Cool. You know what? I do agree with Donnie Simpson. Donnie Simpson like, yeah, did you hear? They're going to be called the Guardians now. They're going to, and Tony Perkins like, you're like, yeah. And Tony had me rolling like, it's amazing that they got a team name. Like, yeah, we've been trying to find a team name for the last 17 years, haven't we? He's like every update we get is like this is the name that we're not going to go.
Here's my thing, right? I still feel because what's funny? I like how quick the Wizards name got a fucking quick turnaround when they got changed. It was like, oh yeah, you're the Wizards, and effective this season, you're the Wizards. It wasn't no fucking delay. It was like, you're the Wizards.
They did the same thing to the Pelicans. The Pelicans caught me on going. I was like, oh, they're gonna start that next year. Oh God, they're starting it now. Okay.
Now, here's my thing. If I'm the team formerly known as the Redskins, personally, I would double down like you said. Make it like the soccer club. The Washington football team.
Washington football team.
Washington football club. I would just go with that one.
And everybody says that if we're going to keep that, keep club. And I'll keep club. Washington Football Club. But it sounds too much like soccer. Yeah, but it don't sound like nobody else.
It sounds official though.
Will you not keep? They're not going to keep it. It's going to be something whack.
They call them, I don't know. I mean, the Wolves thing sounds way better. I like
the Red Wolves. I don't.
Somebody said the Red Wings. I'm like, no. The Red Tails, that's what it was. I was like, don't do that.
The Red Tails are so stupid. I hate that so much.
That just reminds me of that dumbass movie. I don't want to.
I hate it so. I hate that name, just period. Why, man? It's Black history. No, it's not. It's not DC history. You'd be better off calling them the Washington Mumbos. You come on, so don't do that. Don't do that. The Red Tails have nothing to do with this.
If they call themselves the Washington Mumbos, I want to be like, y'all motherfuckers listen to a goddamn sports show, don't you?
No, here's me. You got a goddamn fan. Sorry, Jerry. You be bad, nigger.
It's like Jerry Jones listens to the show. I didn't know that. Yes, I do.
I gotta say, yes, I do. Can we get free tickets? Tickets are for winners. or how about that? It just walks off.
Who's your favorite player? I actually like Dak Prescott. Wrong. The right answer is Troy
Right,
Aikman.
right
Get
answer
out of
was
here.
Roger Staubach, you fuck.
Roger Steinman, like, goddamn it. Oh, apparently he actually finally acknowledged at a press conference he fucked up with Jimmy Johnson. I was like, oh. I don't know whether that's him being sarcastic when he said that, because that's
I
another
feel like
thing.
it's sarcastic. And also I feel like what was it, like the Irishman, where your boy's like, I'm ready to confess to killing Jimmy Hoffa. And it's 2003. Nobody gives a shit.
Hey, I'm just happy. I'm just happy that the Cowboys team is coming together to get vaccinated, because I saw Zeke Elliott was getting vaccinated, and apparently
Still caught COVID.
but he's fine. He got the vaccine. I'm
Yeah,
happy for him. I'm happy for him and
he
stuff.
already know.
Yeah, Dak is getting the vaccine, because somebody had asked him about the whole thing with vaccination, and Dak was like, "Well, that's up to HIPAA," and everybody was like, "You're a fucking dumbass. It's not up to HIPAA." And I was like, "Okay, guys," but like he said, he has no problem with the vaccine, so
Yeah.
that matters way more than the HIPAA comment. So
Like,
what the
it
fuck
doesn't
we
make no
talking
damn
about?
sense, yeah. I don't know, man. I hate how I really hate how not just in sports, but everything in life on the internet, it has to be a split hair. It's like it's no point for God. You're splitting hairs, man. Semantics. You're arguing for nothing.
The point is, he supports vaccines, which matters.
The point is, none of these niggas on my team are going to get a forfeit.
Because here's the thing, I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones saw that Michael Irvin comment, was like, "Shit, he's right."
All right, boys. Now you heard it. Now you heard what he got to do. I need all y'all to sit down and get that vaccine. Now I know what you're going to say, but Mr. Jones, I believe in this and I believe in that. Let me tell you, all that nigger voodoo that y'all believe in, and I love.
All the black players are like,
wait a minute, where you?
Dak is just like, "All right, Jerry,
Bro,
fine."
no, Gregory, y'all niggas better get used to that shit. He said this all the time. First time I bet that motherfucker, he called me nigga.
but he did pay me, so I can't really be mad too much about
Yeah,
that.
he came through with that contract, bro. So I can't even get back.
Dak is the same way, where he's like, he called me light bright one time, but he paid me. So
Did he say anything bad to you before? Nah, he just kept on looking at my mom. I didn't like that.
but Jerry paid me, so I
Jerry
couldn't really
paid
say
me,
anything.
so I mean, I still don't like that shit, bro. Like, like I got real, like, I was about to lose my job, man. I ain't like that shit.
Eating a banana, like, I ain't like that shit at all.
Yeah, Zeke over there with that halter top, man. He's doing push-ups. I ain't like that shit, nigga.
I had to do push-ups to
Let
do that aggression.
me tell you something. As a dude that keeps promising himself to get back in shape, I fucking hate Zeke, because Zeke is doing the little half homo crap I would do. Yeah, if I had a body like Zeke, yes, I would wear a cutoff jump like that.
I got myself in shape for that fucking costume that I wore at BlurCon, and I'm proud of that. And I'm disgusted at Zeke. Like, I thought I was in great shape. I fit the suit. I was great. And I was like, this dickhead.
I gotta tell you something, man. I think Zeke still he's still top 5 running back in the league, and and some people, even people I know that don't like the Cowboys, will argue he's top 3. So I still think we can be. We might be vicious this year. We might be.
But
We
that
might
tall
fuck.
motherfucker for the Titans, though.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. I'm jealous of Derrick Henry, and I'm close to his fucking height, and I'm like, I hate you, guy. I hate you so much.
Derrick Henry, one of the motherfuckers when you shoot him, you can't shoot him in the abs because you would literally see the little ricochet. Like, you don't know, man. Derrick Henry, you gotta shoot him with a big gun.
Elephant gun.
Elephant gun, man. Shit, yeah. Oh man, he's a nightmare. He's a nightmare.
He's like, you know what? He's that kid that you play sports with that will play street football and nothing hurts him. Like, he can just fucking slide on the fucking asphalt, and I'm like, did that hurt you? No, I'm good.
I tackled somebody one time. I never forgot. I still have never forgiven myself for tackling my friend. I pushed him in midair, onto the concrete. He fell onto the concrete. He scraped his whole shit. He didn't like bleed and nothing. It just really scraped him.
It's that scrape where it stings, but it's not bleeding. I know what you're talking about.
Like, you know, a couple cuts, nothing really deep.
Yeah, like I know that feeling. It stings, but like you're not bleeding. It's like it's like dry bleeding. It's like, this shit hurts.
And I'm like, you know, like, man, you know, you ain't bleeding, it hurt, man. He's like, no, you asshole, you threw me onto the fucking concrete. This one grass. I never forgave myself for that shit. I still to this day I feel bad for that shit.
I mean, it's like when you're a kid and you roughhouse with your cousins and you do something that you did in your head you weren't trying to, and then it happens and it's like, oh my god, like you thought you killed them kind of thing, and it's like
there's been 4 instances in my life where I did some shit on the playground like that where I hurt some 3 times, and one time I had nothing to do with it, but it's like, ooh, D. You see what happens when you miss a blocking assignment? Somebody loses their life. You did that.
I did one of those numbers real quick though. Like
he got up though. He had a concussion, Dwayne, because of you. That's why blocking is essential.
I mean, me and my cousins did this thing where like we were pushing each other into the pool. We could swim, whatever, right? I caught my cousin off guard, pushed him into the pool, and like it was one of those things. He got caught off guard, so he was like, what the you know, like that, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna drown, like fuck.
Oh god.
And it turned out he was like, no, nigga, I'm fine. He was like, no, I'm fine, man. It's just you caught me off guard, pushed me into the pool. Don't do that again. I was like, okay, sorry.
He probably punched you too, bitch.
No, he punched me in the shoulder. He's like, don't do that again. I was like, all right, sorry, man. I really thought that he was gonna drown. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna kill me.
I know what you feel, man. Like, yo, like yeah, 3 times I hurt somebody, and the one other time was football where I didn't do my job. And like those was like, you know, I regret what I did because I told myself I ain't blocking shit. And guess what happened? Some 11-year-old gave another 11-year-old concussion. Hope you're happy, Dwayne. Now you're going to get benched for the rest of the game. And I sat there mad. Oh, I sat there mad. I got into a fight with somebody else on the sideline. My dad fucking degraded my ass, nigga. And guess what? If I catch my son doing the same shit I did that day, I'll cuss my son out. Don't you dare do that shit. You mad because you No. Basically, it was the truth. You mad because you a bum. That's my thing, man. I told that damn, but the daddy one day. You mad because he yanked your ass. How's that work? How's that work? Do better. Do better. Don't get up there trying to fight somebody. You suck.
But anyways, folks, that is
DC, nigga. You better get used to that. You better get used to getting yanked in DC, nigga. Anyway,
that's it for the sports show. We actually are going to get back to doing movies and stuff with the news and stuff. Which movie did we say we were going to try to aim to do?
The Sandlot.
The Sandlot, yes.
No, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year, definitely, because that's because there's there was another baseball movie that came out around the same time of Rookie of the Year where it was this kid that ran the Chicago Cubs. No, the Minnesota Twins. He ran it. He actually ran it, but it wasn't like a comedy. It was kind of like a drama type thing or whatever. Like his grandfather left him the team and he ran it.
Oh my god!
Like he was a manager. Fuck.
Twins movie kid. That was called Little Big League.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Little Big League. I couldn't remember it. 1994 comedy. It was 2 hours long. Why was it 2?
It didn't feel like a comedy though. Like it felt like
2 hours long.
It felt like a dry comedy. It didn't feel like ha 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 like that kind of shit.
Timothy Busfield, John Ashton, Ashley Crow, Kevin Dunn, and Jason Richards.
Not wrestling Kevin Dunn, people.
But that was Kevin Dunn.
Dennis Farina is the only Jonathan Silverman and Dennis Farina are the only two that like I know off rip and stuff. I think Luke Edwards I know too because he's been in a couple like recent movies. But
wow, now check this out, man. The players that are in this in that movie: King Griffey Jr., Lou Piniella, Mickey Tillington, Avon Rodriguez, my boy Sandy Alomar Jr., Eric Anthony, Carlos Barrega, Alex Fernandez. Oh my God, Randy Johnson, Wally Joyner. Lenny Webster, Paul O'Neill, Rafael Palmero, my boy. That's my boy, yeah. Dean Palmer, Tim Raines, my nigga, and Chris Berman. So yeah, man, God, we gotta have to do this movie, aren't we?
Yeah, that was like dry comedy. It wasn't like laugh out loud comedy though. But
it was 31% on Rotten Tomatoes.
These kind of movies never really like go over with critics because the idea of like kids and sports is like,
Roger Ebert gave it 3.5 stars, saying that the movie, given the film praise for being a family movie, that doesn't dumb it down for the audience or feel predictable.
That I do remember because they didn't like do the wacky stuff. It was like, no, this is a kid. The kid, I do remember the kid was like very knowledgeable about baseball. It wasn't on some wacky like, oh my God, you're Ken Griffey Jr. Oh my God, it's like, no, that's Ken Griffey Jr. Our team's gonna beat you.
Movie, aren't we, Chris?
They probably are.
Yeah, I think I agree. That's the next movie. Little Big League.
All right, cool. I'll do that.
We out, man. Peace.
All right, we're out. Peace, guys.